If your child is still wetting the bed past the age that they should be dry, you are not alone. The statistics say that millions of families go through this every single night, and most of them are just told that they need to wait and allow the child to grow out of it. But here's what's rarely discussed is your child isn't bedwetting because of deep sleep patterns or bad behavior. They most commonly in our office are because the nervous system isn't communicating properly with the rest of the body. Now, medically, pediatricians tend to recommend helpful steps like limiting fluids before bed, a bedwetting alarm, or even medications to help reduce the amount of urine output. And these all have their place. But what we look at as pediatric chiropractors is what is the root cause? Why is this happening? Why is their bladder not able to hold the fluid in for the entire night like everyone else can? So we dive deeper into the neurology and the body and the physiology to find out what's not working properly and what we can do to correct it. Your child's bladder control depends heavily on the communication between the brain and the nerves, especially in the lower spine. So the area of concern is going to be the lower thoracic, the lumbar spine, and your sacral region. So everything in that lower back area. If these areas have tension or misalignment or interference, us as chiropractors call this subluxation, then the communication to the bladder to make sure that it contracts when it needs to and relax when it needs to isn't always there at the right time. There's also a developmental piece to this as well, the primitive reflexes. And we've covered primitive reflexes in a few other of my past videos, but today we're going to speak on two reflexes. One is the major one that we usually see in the office called the Spinal Galant reflex. This reflex, when it's retained, makes the lower back very sensitive and is directly linked to bedwetting. This, if it's retained, especially in the older children, this should be gone within the first year of life. But if it's retained much after that, the lower back gets so extra sensitive that even just a blanket or a bed sheet brushing across the skin can trigger the release of this reflex to empty the bladder at that time. Another reflex that you may not have heard about, it's a very small percentage of the problem when kids come into the office with bedwetting issues, is the spinal parese reflex. So this reflex should again be gone after infancy. If it is retained, this reflex goes to more of the deeper core pelvic floor muscles, as well as the bladder. And when this is not working properly, you can have trouble coordinating with bladder output and release, and it can lead to bedwetting as well. So in our office, when we have families come in, we know first off what they've been going through. They've been waking up in the middle of the night with sometimes just a little spotting of bedwetting, sometimes it's the full bladder. They have to change sheets in the middle of the night, always have spare sheets, make the bed, put the kiddo back to sleep, hope that they fall back asleep. It's a big production, especially in the middle of the night. So we feel for them. And while we're doing the assessment, we are not only just looking at what the problem is and looking what the bladder is doing, but we're looking at the brain and body connection. What is the root cause that in the middle of the night is making them relax to the point where most people can just get through the night without voiding their bladder, but these kiddos are having such a hard time. And we find through our technology and our scans that we do with the nervous system that they have these subluxations or these interferences within their nervous system in that lower back, in that lower thoracic region, in the pelvis sacrum area that is causing a miscommunication between the brain and that bladder and the body. That's the root cause to what is going on. And when we correct that, we see everything start to work properly and them get through the night without the whole family having to wake up. And it's a big celebratory moment, because we've gotten through this hurdle all together. Bedwetting can be very stressful for parents, and it can be really embarrassing for kids, especially kids that are a little bit older. When I talk to them and they're just embarrassed and nervous and frustrated, and they don't know if they can go to a sleepover at a friend's house because they don't have the confidence with their own body. So if you've been having this trouble with your son, your daughter, and you've been to the pediatrician, you've been to the doctors, and they just can't figure it out, maybe it's time to go to a neurologically based pediatric chiropractor that can run exams and tests and see what is going on with the nervous system, what we can do to find the root cause to this without medications, without any of that, and hopefully correct the problem and give you guys some answers. My name is Dr. Steve Lako with Lako Family Chiropractic. I specialize in pediatrics and pregnancy. And if you have any questions, I'd love to be able to answer them. So make sure you fill them out in the comments. Make sure you like and share this video, and stay tuned for other videos that we're going to do on child development.